Okay, so this week we're having three case studies to consider in our chapter 14 on marriage and the family. The first of these is very interesting. It's the evolution of television families. Come a long way, I think, since Leave It to Beaver, since All in the Family, Archie Bunker, and some of those shows. You think about Breaking Bad and some of the more modern versions of The Family or The Sopranos. Things have changed pretty dramatically. We also have the family, of course, represented and dating represented in reality television. Jersey Shore as one of many examples. So this could be an interesting case study for you to consider. Focus on your own experiences with the family as they may be connected to media, TV shows, and reality TV. The second case study is very good if you're into stats and data analysis. It's called the deceptive divorce rates. You've often heard this stat that divorce rate in the United States is about 50%. But as this case study mentions, that may not actually be accurate based on how we measure divorce and how we look at the longevity of marriages over time versus marriages that end very quickly in divorce in a short period of time. So I think this is one to really wrap your head around. And if you're a data person or if you like statistics and analysis, I think you might have something to contribute on this if you choose to answer it for your discussions. And then the last case study is on corporal punishment. So what are your views of parents who or relatives who physically punish kids, hitting them, slapping them, spanking them, whatever? It's a very controversial issue to look at this week. In addition to these three case studies, I may throw in for you on the discussions a few videos and cases you could look at. One in particular talks about whether or not marriage is considered something that is outdated. So I think that one might be interesting for you to focus on. Also, we'll talk about gay and lesbian marriages and some of the changes we've seen, particularly in the United States, over the last few years relative to these family forms. So a lot to think about this week as you work on discussions and read some of these case studies from chapter 14 in our text.